Hi guys, this is Steven or Master Shar. Bring you guys a banner review as well as also an overview of the different builds. Yep, first we're gonna head to the banner video to take a look at the units with their base kits, talk about each of them. And then we're gonna go through the tips and tricks video to see what that has and what we can do to make the builds even better. Okay, so here we got Fallen Male Koren, Fallen Leon, and Fallen Julia, as well as Fallen Ike.
That blood coursing through my veins, it grows restless.
Ooh, that's a Radiant Dawn song, if I recognize it. Yeah, so we have Brutal Breath, which basically says the more he gets away from allies, meaning the further he gets away from two spaces. He has the guard effect, which is -1 charge every time he attacks. Yeah, and he gets +5 to all stats instead of +6 to all stats from Savage Breath, which Fallen Female Koren has from last year. So yeah, he has a Glimmer, attack speed solo 4. No follow-up, as well as Rouse speed defense 3. Yeah, so most of his skills are synergistically solo skills. But you could swap out attack speed solo 4 with attack speed bond 4, as well as speed defense oath 3, just so he could have stats both with allies and away from allies if you want. But I think keeping his base kit is the best approach, and instead of Glimmer, might use Moonbow at times to deal with those annoying high-res defense enemies. So we see him here doubling a red mage.
I can't contain it!
With all those stats, he's most likely going to have high speed as the stats show.
I've had my fun pretending to be human, but the need for charades has passed.
And then next we have Fallen Leon.
For the future! For charades has passed.
So let's see what he has. So basically he has a tome that reduces AoE damage from ranged attackers, such as bow, dagger, magic staff units by 80%. Other than the Rooker stuff, and then he also does a half damage reduction from foes attack, and even more if the unit's colorless. Yep. Yeah, as you can look at his base kit, basically it's tank and heal up. Bonus doubler just adds to the stat buffs that he'll be getting from tactics, fortifies, hones, and rallies in general. But you can also shut down bonus doubler through panic, so yeah, and then the rouse attack res is something new that gives him more attack and res to deal with mages and staff units. But yeah, if I were to change a few things with the build, instead of rouse, probably give him attack or res wave. Bonus doubler, probably give him mirror stance 3 or once it comes out, fierce stance 3 for the guard effect. I gone with bracing stance here so I can go with the mirror stance on the mirror stance or fierce stance on the S slot. Because in terms of survivability, if you can give him a skill that just neutralizes special charges, that just makes him even better for a tanker.
For the future!
Yeah, so over here he takes the Lunar Flash from Alm and nukes him in a shot.
There is no way to stop the
So third, we
darkness
have
encroaching on this
Julia.
world.
So a common theme with this year's Fallen units is that everybody has special as well as tier 4, tier 3 skills, A, B, C, but it looks like they're missing repo, or rather positional skills, assist skills. Yeah, so here's a interesting weapon here. If Julia or the unit is not adjacent to any ally, basically it's attack res -6 on full during combat, which is essentially negative 12 worth of stats. So if the foe doesn't, yeah, sorry about that. Looking at Julia's base kit, we have Iceberg, which makes sense with her pretty high res. Attack res solo 4, so it's a tier 4 solo skill for attack and res, giving her more attack. Light and Dark, so Light and Dark is in the regular pool now, since Legendary Julia used to have it. And then Panic Smoke, which is that's the third unit after Thrasier, and Larcy has it. Yeah, so the other common red tome builds are Fox tomes and Blade tomes, but I have a feeling that running Dark Scripture with this build is pretty strongly OP enough, especially with the doubles. It's going to nuke almost everything. And I would be interested in comparing Julia versus Kyria and Lysithea. In case those of you were wondering, I used my 40th summon pull to get Julia because I was getting too many fallen Ikes. And both of them color sharing is going to make completing one of them much more harder than the other.
Let the darkness come.
Wipe it all away. Everything.
And last but not least, we have Fallen Ike, who has one of the most craziest weapons in the game, being that its DC effect and basically with its bonus effects, it means that he can't get debuffed whatsoever. So in Ether raids where there's the Light and Dark towers as well as the Panic Manor, that means Ike basically makes those structures useless. Yep, and then Mayhem Ether looks like the dark version of Radiant Ether. And in the game, if you looked at the prerequisite skills, you go with New Moon and Luna as opposed to Daylight and Soul. It's the same ether effect, and you can't inherit it, just to be clear. Finally, we have Darting Breath, which is the last of the 4 breath skills. Warding, Steady, Fierce Breath, which gives you plus stats and reduces your cooldown every attack. He has Repel 3, which is the same as Larcy's Repel 3 and similar to Marita's Close Call. And then he has Attack Speed 03. So he's going to be good near other units with the Attack Speed Oath. I would actually add either Attack Speed Wave and then put Darting Stance 3 seal or Swift Stance or Steady Posture seal on him to increase the speed, just so he becomes an even speedier enemy phase tank. Yeah, so all of these are pretty good units. I would say for my personal unit rankings, Ike is number 1 because of DC and just these damage reduction skills that work so well together. Number 2 would be Leon, because basically Leon makes colorless and blue mage is not a thing if he's on the field. Then followed by Julia, who does almost automatic doubles despite probably a stupidly low speed. And then last but not least is Koren, just because I don't know, like last year's Fallen Koren was probably the weakest compared to Fallen Berkut, Fallen Marita, and Fallen Tiki. And then Koren just takes a while to set up, which makes him harder to play. So that's my take on this banner. Sorry it came out late. We'll do these videos once the banners drop. We'll do the next one in this series, banner review of the bridal banner that's coming out in a few days. So leave a like and subscribe if you like. Okay. And talk to you later.